Show me the Karens. Oh! Oh!
This driveway, man, is not fucking.
Well, the white woman in that clip was actually behaving perfectly normal. That was a downright normal white woman. I think, if anything, Ken was the one being the problem. Do we ever settle on what a male Karen was? I don't think there's like a recognizable one. Maybe we'll find it. Without Dennis Nedry. Okay, Jurassic Park. I think my most WTH, that's what the hell for you kids who don't know that one, customer was someone who left me a 2-star because she cut her envelope open with scissors and cut right through her item. There's a pull tab on the envelopes. That's amazing. That is so very customer to completely do the mistake yourself, but still blame the person who had nothing to do with it, but was just standing behind a desk. Without Dennis Nedry, sorry you had to go through that. That sounds like a certified Karen moment.
At Kevin McCaff said, years ago, I was scheduled for a double shift at Olive Garden. I told them my grandma died, and they said, well then can you just work one shift? I was so furious that they'd, oh, the mouse was in the way. I was so furious they'd asked that. I never went back. Also, I was lying. My grandma was fine, but still, oh my God. Why are we wishing death on our grandparents? Why are we even putting that out in the air? All because you didn't want to work the double shift? You could have said anything else. You could have said, I have a family business to attend to, or I just got this business thing up in anything. Oh my God. And you know what? I was about to be like, you know what? They're terrible for that. Even if they, you know what? There's so much wrong here because the management didn't know it was a lie, right? So they're over here asking him to work at least one shift when he just told them his grandmother died. And then you have this guy who's lying about his grandmother's death. Like, both parties are so wrong for this. Like, oh my gosh.
I was getting the bus home in London the other day.
I was getting the bus home in London the other day when...
We're gonna get kicked. No, he's not gonna kick.
We're gonna get kicked out.
Mash him up. Watch.
Don't mash him up. She sounds like one of the Bloodborne enemies. I'll mash out your brains.
Watch. You at the front. Yeah. Why are you looking at me? What? Why are you looking at me? What? Why is he looking at me? What?
I don't know how to tell you. That is not a Karen. That is somebody who's been having a very long night. Quicksilver. Oh, we love Evan Peters around this channel. We love Evan Peters. I deliver appliances for Best Buy. We had a woman call and complain that her fridge was not pre-cooled before it was delivered, and then she had to wait for it to come down to temp. No one in the office was prepared for that one. Yeah, does she think fridges are just magic? Does she think that they like exist in a state of perpetual frost? That they're always freezing cold and not, it's, ugh. You don't have to plug it in, some people.
10 months ago, ordered a waffle to find a fingernail and a hair on my food. Absolutely shocking customer service, as I was told I would have to wait another hour to get a fresh one. I asked for a refund but never received one. Wouldn't send my worst enemy here. We have a response from the owner 10 months ago that says, our restaurant is not open yet, so this is impossible. We open May 12th just in case anyone thinks this is remotely true. Jeez. Wowzers. First of all, I don't know, maybe y'all have some fingernail stories about food that you've bought in the past. I don't think I've ever heard of somebody finding a fingernail in their food. Maybe I just don't go enough places. Maybe I'm just a little too naive for the world, but a fingernail in your food, that's where I was kind of like, that's sus. The hair in their food, okay, like I've had hair in several parts of my food. At several instances in my life, of course. People work in restaurants, they don't wear hair nets, or sometimes their hair is too much for the hair net, it just drops up in your food. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the fingernail was questionable, so at that point I already stopped believing them. But then an hour, which restaurant would ever make you wait an hour to get fresh food? They'd be on your order before they're on anything else. They'd be putting you at the top priority, at least all the restaurants I've been. Maybe I just haven't been to shitty restaurants in my life. I don't know. That's crazy.
To be away from us, thank you.
Yeah. I want to know why you have a pig in the middle of
Oh, cause he's dope.
Obviously, like you don't.
Cause he's sick. Oh my God.
Community that has bylaws, and if you have a dog, you have it on a leash.
He's on a leash.
He's on a leash.
He's under control. control my pet.
And he's
Or
good.
your dog, I'm sure.
No, it's huge.
Yeah,
It's a huge.
they're big, they're large. Oh my God, have you guys ever petted a pig? So satisfying.
Look at that.
Because it's what they do.
Right on our lawn.
What are you picking
Well,
it
yes,
up?
She's
picking it up.
No, I don't. Look at how much is in there.
She's just mad that there was a cool pig she wasn't petting. If you were friendly, you played cards right, you could have booped that snoot, okay? You're missing out. You ever petted a pig? It is unreal. One time, I slept in a one-eyed pig farmer's backyard with some friends, and the morning after, we got to meet the pig and feed them crab apples. One of the best experiences of my life. When I worked at a popular arcade chain, I had a Karen absolutely berating me because I wouldn't give her kid a prize they didn't win. So she wants a manager, and when my manager comes over, she straight-faced this girl's whole rant until Karen goes, "Whatever happened to the customer's always right." One of the worst sentences ever composed. And my manager leans in a little and goes, "We don't have customers here, we have guests. Customers are always right, guests are usually wrong, goodbye." Wow, yes! And waved a security guard over to escort Karen out. Best day of work ever. Yeah, whoever came up with customer is always right, I hope you know you have done untold damage to the service industry, and you have done irreparable evil to people's ego and sense of self-worth and entitlement. I have found in my experience the customer is rarely right, and guests right even less than that.
The service was good, the food wasn't good. The lobster. We had a reservation at 19 o'clock, and we came a little late and our table was given away after 10 minutes, although there were plenty of empty tables. Manager at Noah Seafood Restaurant responded to this review on boardpanda.com saying, "If you came late and your table was given away, how did you manage to eat the lobster that we don't sell?" LOL, I was gonna say the person kind of contradicted themselves here because they were saying the food, the lobster wasn't good, the service was good, but then they said that their table was given away after 10 minutes. I don't know if maybe they're trying to make a point and say that even though they still got a table, their original table was given away even though there were tables available. That's how I'm gonna look at it because I don't really understand it any other way. But the manager was just, she was on it. Sorry, they were on it. They were just like, not today. No, we're not doing that. You're not about to come make my restaurant look bad.
No, bro, he hit my car on the highway, he's trying to leave. He hit my car on the highway, he's trying to leave. He hit my car on the highway, he's trying to leave.
Sorry, did he hit your car on a highway?
And he's trying to leave.
And he's trying to leave.
Car, bro.
Understandable.
Bro, you're not getting away, bro. Why would you try to leave, bro? What is your name, bro? You hit my car, bro. What's good with you, bro? Why would you leave and try to rate like that?
I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, what's your name, bro?
Bro,
don't touch
sorry,
me.
bro.
What's your name, bro? Just got this whip. Come on, man. What is your name? I need all that, bro. I need all that. Why are you trying to run off, bro? What is your name?
Well, there wasn't any white women in that video either. That guy really wanted his name though. That guy, he finds himself a topic and he gets very fixated on it. I have a similar Karen. She reported us to the homeowners we rent and got us a 10-day notice for eviction for disturbing the peace. We were having band practice in our closed garage on Sunday from 3 to 4. We went around and got all of our other neighbors to give us notes about how they didn't care. Most even enjoyed it. F you, Karen. Sorry we're not playing Eagles covers. Man, I hate the effing Eagles. Wow, that really sucks. I hope they didn't get evicted. That's insane if you did. Like, that sucks beyond belief, especially if like everybody else in the neighborhood was chill with it. Maybe you can get like a citizens union or something to veto the charge. I don't know enough. This is 3 years ago, so I hope they found a home. I hope everything worked out okay for them, and I hope they're still making band practice. Hope they're still making music.
Sat at the bar with my friend tonight for an hour and she never got served. Bartender was rude. Response from the owner a year ago. Your friend was intoxicated to the point of falling down. She was cut off. It would have been illegal to serve her. If she needs help, seat. Oh my God. No. That is terrible. Oh my God. Not the link to AA. Oh my God, the owner said I have time today. Wow. You know what, maybe she was just going through a rough period in her life and she needed some liquid courage to get through it. Bro, not the AA link. Oh my days, that's wild. That is so out of pocket. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I can't even get, wow, like I'm actually shocked right now. If she needs help, seek. Oh my God. That's a violation.
No, he didn't know that. That's all right. We don't have vacant standing. They're coming. They're coming. Mike.
I get it. I get it. I get working in service, man. It's just like that. It pushes a man to his absolute limits. I made a tiny mistake filling out a booking sheet for a company. I set the time 15 minutes later than asked by complete accident. It's a 2-second fix to log back into the account and click on the correct time in the drop-down box. Karen sat down next to me and watched me do it. Karen logged in, took a screenshot of it, didn't fix, then said screenshot to my line manager and said nothing to me. After the lecture from my line manager about paying attention to the details, I turned to her and was like, why not just say, hey dude, you made a mistake and just fix it? She doesn't look at me, continues clicking away at her keyboard and says, yeah, well if you can't do it right the first time, maybe you needed somebody to tell you. I requested to move desks after that. You have a lot more self-restraint than me for keeping your hands to yourself after that. I would have flipped a desk, probably would have thrown her out the window. That sounds unbelievable. Nobody likes a micromanager. That is grade K Karen behavior. Oh, I'm getting steamed just thinking about it, and this is a Reddit post. Imagine if this was this video with this. Okay, moving on.
Blurred out user said, terrible service, very condescending, cakes were dry and unplateable. Coffee was cold. Do not recommend this place. Response to the owner, hey gay, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Hey gay, we thought you might write a bad review, but when your partner takes a cupcake off the wall, removes the topper, licks it, then placed the licked topper back on the wall, we had to ask him to bring his licked topper and now dirty wall case to the front counter so that we could throw it out for him. We like to keep our store Okay, confused right now. Terrible service, very condescending, cakes were dry and unplateable, coffee was cold. You knew what this situation was before you wrote this review. Like your partner, I'm assuming, took a cupcake off the wall, licked it, placed the topper back on it, and then put it back on the wall. What were you expecting them to, like, were you expecting them to greet you sunshine smiles and great customer service? Because personally, I wouldn't. I would ask you to get the fuck out. Like, what are you doing? Do not recommend this place. No, sir, ma'am, they don't recommend you to come back. That's just what it is. Jenny gave this a 1 star. Is this 6 stars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, is that like a Michelin thing? I've heard of that, the 6-star restaurant thing.
Buddy wildin' out.
What do you do now?
No.
Oh, yeah.
1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup, 4 cup, 5
No,
cup,
he beat the system. He beat you.
Only 1 cup?
No.
5 times double gulp. Yeah, man. 20 gulp.
No.
There's not been a lot of Karens in these videos, I will say. They're pretty funny, but I'm hungry for Karen content and I'm not getting it. But that guy's living in the future. That's a very wise man taping all the cups together like that to make the biggest gulp imaginable. Granddaddy Spookbones. God, that's a username. I worked at a home improvement store for a while in college. I was cashier in the garden section. This woman pulls up on the curb in a no parking zone, grabs her fertilizer, grabs her soil. After I check out, she goes effing ballistic that I didn't help her load her car and she was gonna report me to the managers. Due to company policy, I was not allowed to. Other employees were though. Her face mole was shaking and everything over a bag of soil that weighed under 10 pounds and a handle of fertilizer. Well, yeah, man. You're a monster for not helping her move that. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you for not instantly kowtowing because a customer asked you to do something? Without them, what would you have? A better job. I'm sorry, retail, it sucks. It's the worst thing you could do. My sympathies to all those retail warriors.
Jenny, with a 1 star out of 6, said ordered a pizza and delivered half a pizza to me. Owner, you ordered a calzone. Oh, sorry, calzone. You ordered a calzone. It comes like this. So I'm assuming a calzone's like a panini. A panini. Girl, what is wrong with you today? You know those things at Pizza when they have those like half pizzas? I don't know if that's what they call it, a calzone. It starts with a P normally. Me just like running completely off script 24/7 because my brain can't formulate thoughts correctly. Anyways, they ordered a pizza, they got the pizza delivered half to them, and it's because they ordered a calzone. That's actually really funny. I guess they didn't know what they ordered. Miss Jenny, pay more attention when you're ordering.
Thank you. Thank you. Turning that down. Keep it down.
There we go. This is what I'm looking for.
Pictures. We're doing nothing wrong. We're not the ones disturbing.
Look at them harassing us. Our music's too loud. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, seriously.
Why do women act like Karens?
Be so idiots, that's what.
I feel sorry for your children. I feel sorry for your children. I feel sorry for your children.
I chose not to have children so I wouldn't have someone like you.
And my
children
We don't either. Why are you harassing us? Why are you harassing us?
Because you're harassing
Right?
us. You're harassing us for trying to have
Look who's following who.
and you're
They honestly both seem annoying, to be honest. Hardcore Hamilton, if that's Hamilton, Ontario, everybody's a loser here, sorry. Hush the wise. I worked at a coffee shop where a woman came up to me to complain that her lattes weren't filled to the top. I had seen her husband sneak sips on the way over, but I wasn't gonna say that. So I gladly offered to remake both drinks, but she said, I don't want you to fix this. I just want you to know I'm disappointed in you. I am imagining someone saying that to me, IRL, and it's breaking my brain to conceive of a human being saying that to another human being. Oh my God, that is funny. That is like heinously, heinously evil.
Michael gave a 2 out of 6 stars as well back in 2020. Too expensive for the deluxe box and was nowhere near enough food for the $20 price tag. Oriental Express replied, I'm sorry the food was not good for you. You should cook on your own. Thank you for review. The man said you didn't like it, maybe go home and cook your own dinner. Honestly, I don't blame him. You know what? The thing is, it'd be different if the food was, you know what, actually I can't, because I've complained about like food not being enough before and like for the price that it's going, because like right now obviously we all know prices are just insanely high for food, and sometimes you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth when you're paying, you know, like for example when you go to McDonald's now, you're spending like $20 on a meal that's only gonna fill you for like an hour and a half maybe, if you're like me and you're just craving. So in saying that, yeah, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time I also agree with like, well, I was gonna say I agree with him going home and cooking dinner, because you know that was a pretty good comeback. But yeah, that's about it.
I had a Karen complain to me because she told us her husband had big feet in her house design brief, but we put a standard stair in her house. In tears, hearing his heel doesn't fit on the stair still makes me chuckle. She asked to speak to the architect, then the boss, then demanded a free staircase. I think she actually got some money off, which was funny. This one, I get. Okay. I got a very big foot. And this is a legitimate problem for me. I have a lot of staircases I don't fit on. I haven't met a single bathtub I fit in. I don't fit in a lot of beds, so I get where she's coming from on this one. She shouldn't have got a free staircase, but foot size to staircase ratio, that's an issue I'm very passionate about, and this kind of poked at some sensitive threads for me. Oh, that was a good flip. Oh! Nobody's willing to approach him. Everybody's too afraid. I would be too. Oh! I feel like he's charging himself to get extremely strong. They're wearing those suits, not because they're afraid of some virus, but they're afraid of him. They're afraid of any energy that might be inside of him, getting into them. Clotterer. I was 16, just got my first retail job at a big supermarket in England. Tesco. I have my first shift and it goes well, and my new manager, Karen, tells me she'll text me my shifts. I got no text, but instead an abusive phone call telling me I'd miss my next shift. I get called in for a meeting and Karen tells me I'm a liar and lazy. She made me cry in my first ever job. Karen. F Karen. I should have said that. You're gonna have to cut that. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Yeah, it sucks. But you know, yeah, I don't know why people gotta be mean. She should have just texted you. That's rough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend.
Tried to book a table for my daughter's birthday party. Unfriendly service. Refusing to speak other language than French. Goodness, the phrasing, the wording of this is like driving me insane. Tried to book a table for my daughter's birthday party. Unfriendly service. Refusing to speak other language than French and not willing to offer any special treatment for my daughter on her special day. Absolute disappointment. Okay, so a couple things to unpack here. Tried to book a table for my daughter's birthday party. Unfriendly service. So apparently the service was not doing it. Refusing to speak other language than French. I'm assuming they're not French speakers if they have a problem with that. And not willing to offer any special treatment for my daughter on her special day. Interesting. I'm gonna be devil's advocate here real quick. Isn't it up to you to treat your daughter special on her day? Like for example, when you're booking a place at a party, I don't personally think it's expected of the staff to treat your daughter, to give your daughter special treatment in a sense. Like, I don't know, they're just there to do their job and they're there to host you in their space. Why would they be giving your daughter special treatment? I don't know, that's what's kind of throwing me. Maybe I'm like, maybe I'm looking at this wrong and maybe it's I'm thinking more into it than it actually is, but that's a little interesting. It's definitely giving Karen undertones.
Worked at Home Depot one summer during school. A lady comes in with a friend and asks me for a barbecue part. Walk them to the aisle, pull a universal part off the shelf and tell them it'll work. They look at me like I'm a moron and say, well, we want this specific brand of part. I tell them, sorry, we don't stock that. This is the part I have. It's universal, it'll work. They launch into a tirade about how Walmart, a whole 4 blocks away, carries it and therefore she should be able to buy it here. This went back and forth for several minutes before they stormed off yelling about how unhelpful I was. Assistant manager was in earshot the whole time and just walks over to me and says, what a jerk. I love like that class solidarity from a manager or like a boss coming over to you to be like, nope, they were annoying. That customer was officially annoying. It always feels extremely validating to know that sometimes people are so annoying even the manager has to take a side.
Karen trying to take items because she can't exchange used clothes.
Leaving my store, goodbye. I am not. Leave my store, ma'am. I'm telling you, I'm not the one you want to do this with. You're just... Leave my store. Come on. Leave my store. Stop trying to steal my stuff. Leave my store. You're too old for this. Just leave my store. You are way too old for this. You're way too old for this. Leave my store.
It's like a SpongeBob trap remix.
Sure you're not gonna leave unless you call security.
So weird.
Okay. I mean, okay. Fine. Call security. I'll tell them what you're doing. Leave my store.
That's more what I was looking for. This is the content I'm craving, I'm looking for. I loved her being like, you're too old for this, just putting her down like that. Deleted, username redacted, this could be anybody. Told me I couldn't work on my car in my own garage at noon because she didn't want my fast-looking she didn't want my fast-looking car to influence her sons to be hooligans like you. Well, no wonder he deleted his name. He doesn't want anybody else to be a hooligan. That's very funny. Your lifestyle, she's basically saying you're so bad at, like you're so badass that I'm worried my sons are gonna wanna be as badass as you if they see you. Worried your sons are gonna wanna be as cool as you are. I don't know if I can say badass anymore. They sent a note about that earlier. That's actually such a compliment that she's worried that her sons are gonna get as radical as you are. Okay, hopefully you guys can work with one of those.
I'm not one to complain about a local business, but when the restaurant hostess turns away a local customer at 8 p.m. because they close at 8 p.m., summertime eatery on the bay, then it will be long time before they get my money again. Poor business, blanked out, sorry not sorry. Okay, posts like this piss me off. Like literally I roll my eyes every time because what do you mean you're getting mad that they turned you away at 8 p.m. because they close at 8 p.m. Do people not understand that you're closing tails by 7:45? You're cleaning the store by 7:30. You're getting out of there at 8 p.m. That is what it is. There is so many places that do that. You know, people like to argue that, oh, there's already customers sitting in the restaurant past 8 p.m. Yes, because they got there before closing and they're going to finish their meal and then they're going to clean up after the ones who are left and they want to go home.
Cabernet Cat. When I worked at a bakery, Karen brought a chocolate cupcake and ate half of it. Karen then asked if she could return her half-eaten chocolate cupcake, not because she didn't like it, but because she wanted to exchange it for a half vanilla cupcake, something less decadent. Like most bakeries, we did not sell cupcakes by the half. She became offended when I asked if she wanted to purchase a vanilla cupcake. I used to work at a very popular Toronto burger eatery, and I would have stuff like this way more often than you think. People would ask me all the time, be like, I'm not that hungry, can I just have half a burger? And I'd be like, we don't do that. We don't sell a burger by the half. You can buy a burger, you can eat half of it, and then whatever you do with that other half is between you and God. I don't care, but I can't, you know, we don't have a price for 2 pounds, not 2 pounds, for 2 ounces of beef anyway. I used to get a lot too. People would always ask if they could get a half chocolate, half vanilla milkshake, and I'd always be like, it's not gonna work the way you think it is. You're just gonna make like a kind of a mess. You're just gonna make a chocolate milkshake that's kind of watered down. Power to you. And people would ask about that all the time. All the time. Guys and gays waiting for Kirby meet and greet. Was Kirby there? Kirby was there? Oh! Well, yeah, that reaction's just totally justified. Imagine meeting Kirby. He's shaped like a friend. He's great. We love the guy. I used to work at Subway in 2015 when this happened. I was at my usual workplace when a customer said, Jerry, I would like a turkey Italiano, please. So I finish her order, and then she eats half that sandwich, and she's like, refund, please. So I say, this person talks delightfully. You just ate half that sandwich. And she says, Jerry, call your manager. And I'm just like an employee. My manager is not here. I'm the only one here. And she just leaves. Imported from Mexico, you are a gifted storyteller, let me tell you. I really like that detail. Refund, please, so I say. As if Daniel Craig from Knives Out was talking to you. Oh, and that's it. Cheers.